Hey, what's up guys? Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. I'm doing up more reviews of the new Eternia Minis Wave 4, and in the review spotlight today we have Battle Armor Skeletor and Battle Armor HeMan. Now the interesting thing about these guys is that they of course come in the classic MOTU style packaging with the vintage font and lettering on the front. Okay, so the previous waves came in special packages or came packed in mini versions of Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain. Okay, so you've seen those, right? Those were fun for a bit, but ultimately this classic style of card back is what I feel the line really needs and what really enhances the experience for fans and collectors. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is that here in Malaysia, we still have not seen any sign of the Origins Deluxe Battle Armor Skeletor and HeMan figures. That's right, there's no sign of them up to now. But instead, we're getting the mini versions first. Okay, so let's get them out of the package and check them out and see what these guys can do. Okay, first up, let's take a look at Mini Skeletor with his battle armor gear on. Now, the entire sculpt of the face is expectedly similar to the previous basic mini version that we got in Series 1 and which was repeated again in Series 2, so don't expect anything new like a fresh facial expression or anything like that. But you do get this brand spanking new body armor. That's right, let's give it the 360 view here. You get this brand new body armor and chest plate design. Now, the chest plate design follows the bat-like symbol which is on all of the traditional versions of Battle Armor Skeletor, all the way back since the vintage original from the 1980s. Now, the battle armor is just that though, okay? It doesn't have that famous battle damage effect, you know, the one where hitting on the chest plate repeatedly causes it to rotate to a different plate that has increasing signs of scratches and wear. No. Okay, it can't do that on this one, not for the price point I suppose, okay, unless they released a deluxe version of this guy. Yeah. What's really cool though this time around is that you now get two weapons. Check this out. Now first you get the iconic ram staff and you also get the power sword. That's right guys, finally the power sword. You know, the previous releases of the mini Skeletor figure only came with the ram staff and never the power sword. So check this guy out, man. Check him out. It's fantastic getting him to pose with both weapons, as you can see here. That's right, look at that. Now, you know, it's fantastic that we're getting the extra weaponry. It really adds value to the set as well. And finally, I feel like the Skeletor look is complete. Now, there is one problem though with the figure that I did notice, and that's the fact that he can't seem to stand up. Okay. It just can't seem to stand up at all. Okay, when I put him flat on the ground like this, look at him just falling down. It's a bit weird though, because the original basic Skeletor that came out before this has got no issues, okay, even with those enlarged arms and those tiny legs and those tiny feet. Okay, he stands up just fine, okay. But what's up with the Battle Armor Skeletor? Okay, so I got them both back to back and I hope that the camera is able to pick this up because as you can see, the upper body on the Battle Armor Skeletor is sculpted in such a way that it's just tilting back a little bit, making it impossible for him to stand up, you know? Yeah. God damn it! So the fact that the QC on this new figure wasn't up to spec, you know, that kind of sucks, okay? But what are you gonna do, right? As you can see, the original mini Skeletor is so sturdy, okay? I mean, you know, it refuses to topple no matter what, okay? Yeah, look at that, man. Look at that, okay? But not the new figure, alright? Yeah. Well, Skeletor does have those slots under his feet that could go into a foot stand. You know, if you could find something that, you know, basically would fit something like this, you could get him to stand upright, you know, on a stand or something like that. Yeah, that's one of the ways that you could, you know, fix the problem. You know, the other thing that you could do is probably also just seek a refund. Yeah. Now it's time to check out Battle Armor HeMan. And once again, the facial sculpt is similar to the previous versions of mini HeMan that we got. And HeMan again looks like he's the poster child for perfect white teeth. Look at that. Remember kids, brush your teeth every day and you'll be just like He-Man. Now I think I already mentioned this in my other video that I pretty much hate this expression, okay? It's just too over the top. I would have preferred a look that's more heroic and, confident without so much of a deranged lunatic on the loose kind of feel, but looks like we're stuck with this for a bit. I mean, just look at that side portrait, man. He looks hideous. Okay, look, anyway, the battle armor design looks good, okay? It looks really good, actually. And as you can see, he's got the huge H in the center. That's right, H for He-Man. That's right, and let's give him the 360 spin. The armor is definitely not a flat, boring piece. You see all the sculpted grooves and lines that help to give it some definition. I like the way it turned out, honestly. Now, if there's just some way that we could fix the face on him, okay? Because it looks like, this looks like Injustice versus Masters of the Universe, okay? Where the Joker has slipped He-Man some of his laughing gas, okay? Yeah, that's right. He-Man's on the Joker's laughing gas. What do you guys think? Now, in terms of accessories, He-Man gets his iconic power sword again. But, not to be outdone by Skeletor, He-Man also comes with an additional weapon. The Battle Axe, finally making its debut in the Eternia mini series. Yep, so now you can have He-Man armed on both hands. Now, before I go any further, I just want to confirm with you guys that He-Man, the battle armor He-Man, does not have a problem standing up, as you can see, okay? He stands up just fine, okay? Somehow they just cocked it up only with the Skeletor figure. I don't understand what happened, but that's what took place, okay? So He-Man here is all good, all right? So yeah, we can get the weapons into his hands, so you can see how it looks like. And yeah, let's get both the weapons in there. Yep, all right, just right, tuck in the power sword there and the axe in the other hand. And yeah, look at that, man. He's ready to rumble. And once you've got him all geared up, yeah, that's right, man. This guy's pretty much all set to do some damage, okay? And he looks really good on display, okay, with weapons in both hands and, the ability to actually achieve some poses, with something this small. I think this figure, basically the translation turned out pretty good. The only thing that still really sucks is the facial sculpt. Okay, that's it. Alright, so now you've got them both chilling out together, the battle armor He-Man and the original He-Man. And since the weapons can be swapped around between the both of them, I think that the original He-Man looks a lot better with the power sword and the axe in hand, okay? All he needs now is just the shield, okay? We're going to get the shield probably somewhere later down in the line, but, once you have it in hand, it's going to make for the best looking mini He-Man figure ever. Okay guys, before I go, there's just two things that I wanted to mention. The first being that the battle armor Skeletor can be sort of posed to stand up upright, as long as you've got the battle staff held just correctly in his hands, okay? You've got to hold it just correctly so that, it hits that sweet spot that prevents him from toppling over, all right? As you can see in the photo, he's doing a pretty good job of standing up, okay, without falling down. Yeah, so that's the best that we can do for right now. And the other thing I wanted to mention is that even though we've now got power swords for both Skeletor and He-Man, however, the power swords do not combine, okay? They're both separate pieces. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do leave me a comment and let me know what you thought of the line and what you think of the Eternia mini series. And I'll catch you guys again real soon, yeah? Thank you.